Hey, what's going on, Sonic Rumblers? And if you somehow haven't heard, Sonic Rumble is finally officially out now worldwide, and I don't know what the heck they put in this game, but I have been addicted, even if I can't win. But besides the gameplay, there's a ton of amazing looking skins in this game, and a ton of those skins are callbacks and references to past fan favorite Sonic games. Like they got Excalibur Sonic up in here, Sir Galahad, the Sonic Rider cast, and their concept art designs, which is insane. They got Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog in here in this really amazing original silver design. If you see that guy in the field, just know that's me. But since there's so many skins, I want to do a tier list and rank every single skin in Sonic Rumble as of the launch of the game, that is. So you guys watching at home know the best skins to pick up, skins that are upcoming, and just every skin that is included in this game. But before we get into the ranking, I do have to address the elephant in the room, and it is the fact that the legendary skins are going to cost you $40 USD and the epic skins cost $20 USD. And to be honest, that's quite literally way too much V-Bucks for one skin. But if you guys do end up picking anything in the Sonic Rumble item shop, like the actually fairly priced battle passes and a couple of these other packs that do cost you like 99 cents to $5, make sure to use code SUNKY in the Sonic Rumble item shop. It's no additional cost to you, and it does help me and the channel out a lot. So seriously guys, I appreciate it a ton. Without further ado, let's get into the rankings. Alright, so I whipped up this little tier list, and this is my first ever tier list I've done, and I do think all the characters here, their skins are sorted by their sets, so I think that should add, you know, some fun variety to this thing. And I do want to note that I believe some of these skins aren't even out in the shop right now, or they're just not available to purchase right now because the game has been available everywhere else in the world for a good while now. So like for some of these guys like Sonic 2025 here, I don't even know if I can get in-game footage of this guy. Frick, but I do like the shades on this guy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and chuck him in on C, right smack down in the middle of the road. Who the frick is this little guy? This is not a Sonic character. But yeah, I completely forgot they have like Sega collaborations in this game, and of course that's II for Monkey Ball, and I love Monkey Ball, so we're gonna go ahead and chuck this guy in tier A. Next up though is All-Star Amy skin. This is like a baseball kind of skin, and I think it does work, so I'm actually gonna chuck her in C, and let's just go ahead and move down Sonic here because he is just kind of, you know, a little dated now because it's about to be 2026. Next up is Amy Rose herself, and this is the base character, not a skin or anything. And I like how Amy looks in this game. She looks very silly, so we'll go ahead and chuck her into A tier, and S tier, I don't know what's gonna go up there so far. But next up we got two big skins right here, and this is the base skin over here, and this is Big as a fisherman. That's really funny, and it does fit for his character. And I really do like the color scheme on this skin, and I think it fits Big good. So again, it's another one where it's like it fits the character good, so we'll go ahead and chuck that in tier C for now. And as for Big himself, we'll put him in B for Big. Oh, and now this is Blaze's base skin here, and we'll go ahead and chuck her in B for Blaze also. I'm just kidding. I think Blaze is a little bit cooler than Amy, no offense Amy, so we'll go ahead and chuck her into A, almost low-key S tier. I really like her design a lot, and I would like to see Blaze included in more stuff. But next up we got Camper Big the cat here. He does look very cozy again, but I think this is gonna be our second D tier just because I don't think the color scheme works as good as the green and purple does on Big. But we do got another Camper skin here, and it is Camper Knuckles, and I do think the color scheme does work a little bit better here. You have the yellow and green tones on the hat, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna chuck him in the front of C tier for now. Oh, and what the frick, they got the Shadow Pirate Buccaneer guy from the Funko Pop. I don't know, I think this costume just works for Shadow. Color scheme again and the design, it's very funny looking, but I think that's nice for Shadow. And next up is, what the f is that little f***ing B? That guy's going into F. Next up here is the Cheerleader Rouge though. This is our first Rouge on the tier list, and I believe this is one of the first skins you do get from the ring shop in Sonic Rumble. This isn't my favorite Rouge skin. I don't know what it is. The design's okay. So I'm just gonna chuck her into D tier, somewhere right here in the middle. Next up though, we got this little dripped out Chef Eggman, and I just think that's very funny. Bottom C tier, but again, that doesn't mean anything like bad. It's just middle of the road for me. And again, this is just my tier list, my opinion, so if you like that Eggman skin, I'm not gonna stop you on that. And next up here we do get a full set of these metallic looking characters here. There is one for Charmy, Cream, Eggman, Espio, Jet, Rouge, Shadow, Silver, and Tails. And as you can kind of see from scrolling down this list, there is a ton of these, you know, like it is the base character, but like as a gem, the metal, crystal. And honestly, those aren't the coolest skins for me. And like realistically, I probably wouldn't use those too often. Man, I'm sorry, but look, it's the gray is F. F is gray. These guys are gray. They're going in here. Oh, I mean, it's a silver one. I'm just gonna chuck him into D tier because the bias, but realistically though, he's down here. F. Ooh, and next up they got freaking this little metal Sonic here, which does look very cool. And if you guys don't know, I do believe this guy is based off like a scrapped character from Sonic Rivals. Correct me if I'm wrong. This guy, he does look very cool. The blue looks nice on him. It's glowing good. I'm not gonna lie, this is a B tier. Like, Big, move out the freaking way. Next up though, we got the base skin for Cream here, and she does look very adorable in this game, and she does look literally just how Cream normally looks, like ripped out straight out of any of the other Sonic games. So C for Cream. And we got another little set of crystal looking figures here, but I do think these look slightly cooler than the metal ones, so we'll just go ahead and put them in F tier also, but above the metal ones. And this silver one here, yeah, we're just gonna go up here again. Oh, and next up here, we're moving on to another metal Sonic skin, and this is part of the little neon set. I know there is more of these somewhere in this list, but I guess they're not next to him. And again, another nice metal Sonic skin. I don't think the colors work exactly perfectly as the first metal Sonic skin does up there, so he's gonna be bottom C tier for me. Next up though is our first SBO skin, I do believe, besides the crystal ones, and this is a cyber ninja looking SBO. This does go kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. I honestly think he's right here above Eggman. He is pretty cool. He's honestly almost B tier for me. If I was a bigger SBO fan, he definitely would be up there. And then next up, we got a couple tails here, and this tails here I do believe is an original design. It does look pretty funny, but I'm gonna go ahead and check it somewhere here, D tier, high D tier. And this next one is Detective Tails, and I do believe this is the little Tails from the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. That is super freaking adorable. That is going up straight somewhere here in B tier. And is that freaking dripped out Vector? I feel like I've seen this Vector design somewhere. I'm not sure where this DJ Vector design is from or if it's an original design, but I think Vector is a very hilarious character that doesn't get a lot of love. So like, I'm not even gonna lie, this guy's going straight to A tier. This guy is just dripped out. Hey, Eggman. This Root skin down here though does kind of look reminiscent of this Tail skin up here, but I don't believe they're part of the same set. And I think the visor look does look better on Rouge overall, considering she is kind of a spy. So you know what, I'll chuck that right next to SBO up here in C tier. And speaking of SBO, we got the SBO base skin here, and he does look really well in the game. And I think I'll chuck him around somewhere around here in the B tier. And oh my god, is that the freaking Night of the Wind? And that is 100% going straight to the S tier, man. It's so cool seeing Excalibur Sonic, just more Sonic and the Black Knight stuff recently for no reason. I'm all here for it. It just does suck that that skin is so cool and it does cost $40. And for something that's not okay is whatever the heck this Zavok skin is, bro. Get out of here. These next three skins here are very exciting though, because these are actually the concept artwork designs for the Sonic Riders characters. So the three of these Extreme Rider outfits for Amy, Sonic, and Tails, I all really adore these designs. Like the artwork, the 2D artwork is really clean. And the fact that they're here in Sonic Rumble is just so cool just for that fact alone. And I actually do really enjoy these designs, but where do we put them on the list? I'll chuck Amy right besides Buccaneer's Shadow. This Sonic one is probably one of the weaker designs of the concept art. I'll just chuck him here. And this Tails one is pretty dripped out, so we'll put him right there. Really cool. I love those skins a lot. And then next up here, we got a little set of festival skins of Big and Knuckles, and I think these do look pretty cute. But realistically, I think there's just better skins overall. But these are pretty high D tier skins. I do like the design, so yeah, a little bit right there is fine with me. And I know we already chucked Charmy into F tier, but this like little soldier Charmy skin, I actually do really like. I like the color scheme on him. You know, just go above the other Charmy. I'm just kidding. This one actually works. So put him around somewhere there. And then Silver is back again in the limelight with Firefighter Silver. Very random. I don't know who was asking for that, but not even, you know, bias stuff. I don't know. I think he looks kind of clean in the firefighter outfit. Yeah, this guy's pretty silly, but I think he'll be bottom B tier just for the bias. It's nothing too crazy. And this Shadow one up here is gonna be probably a D tier, somewhere around here for me. It's just Shadow as being a cool, golden, edgy guy like always. The next up here, we do have a Red Knuckles and a couple other gold figures. I do actually think the Red Knuckles is cool because Knuckles is red. But again, I just don't see myself realistically using these, you know, recolored skins here. But the Knuckles one is actually really cool. And again, I do like how it matches the color of his character. So we'll chuck him into D tier. And as for all these gold skins, I'm just gonna put them into the bottom of F tier because realistically, I actually just, me personally, I don't like gold that much. I'm more of a silver guy. I don't know if that was obvious. We got another Eggman skin here, and this is the Golden Age Eggman skin. Again, I do actually really like how dripped out they're making Eggman in these skins, and I like how he looks in this game a lot. But for me, he's around the same little area here with the Festival Knuckles and Big. And right here, we got a little dual set of Golden Shadow and Golden Sonic, except they're not fully golden. It's just their gloves and glasses that are golden. And again, I just said it, but the whole gold aesthetic is not really for me, but I'm sure it is for, some of you guys out there. So these aren't F tier for me, but these are just, bottom D tier. But I do like, how it's a little matching set there. Next up though, we got a Halloween Gothic Amy Rose skin. I do think this one is very detailed. It does look very silly. And so far, all of Amy's costumes have honestly been really high tier on the list. Yeah, I don't think Amy has a single costume besides, the gem ones below C tier. And yeah, this one is no difference. I don't know where I would put this, somewhere C tier, somewhere around here. And honestly, I kind of wish this was like a whole set for every character. Like every character is just dressed up like they came out of Hot Topic. And next up here, I know it's kind of hard to tell in the picture there, but that is Sonic with the grind shoes. And I do believe this is one of the skins that you can get for like 99 cents. So if you do want to end up picking that up, I'd appreciate it a ton if you end up using code Sunky when picking that up. And bro, let's be for real. S tier was made for soap shoes. Go up there, Sonic. You deserve it. Okay, who didn't tell Sonic that Halloween already passed, bro? We're in the Christmas spirit, bro. Halloween Sonic, get out of I'm just kidding. I actually really like Sonic's costumes. I just think Sonic always looks very silly wearing any seasonal themed costume. And especially when Sonic's wearing a cape, I think is kind of peak. So we'll chuck him into bottom B tier for sure. But thankfully someone told Cream about the memo because she is dressed up here in her festival outfit here, ready for the fall. And that just matches the color scheme perfectly. It looks so silly, so adorable. Okay, we put the other Cream in B tier, and I think this one is somewhere around here. Yeah, about middle of the road, C tier for me. What the frick is that, bro? Hero Vector. This guy looks insane. It looks very funny. I like the shades on that a lot. I think the shades really do work with his design there. So yeah, again, this is a very high C tier for me right there. Smack dab middle of the road. And look at the shadow skin. It's called Idle Shadow, and I know they did do a design, I believe, from Sonic Channel for something similar to this. I don't know if it's the exact same design. Frick it, bro. Go up there, Shadow. Next up though is another skin that I couldn't find in the locker anywhere, but this is Jester Sonic, and not even really sure what event this guy would be, or if this is an upcoming skin. Again, some of these skins might be unreleased. It might be coming soon to the game, so that's cool. But I love the wacky, colorful design on Sonic, so I don't know. For me, as much as I love it though, it's nothing like, Sonic with the cape up here, or, like Sonic dripped out with some concept artwork. But he's about right here with this other silly looking Vector. They're just silly little buddies hanging out. And oh my god, this is our first appearance of Jet the Hawk here. Does Jet not have like any other skins? But they somehow turned him into a Skrunkly, and for that, honestly, go up here, bro. Go up here. So you're somewhere, you're right there. Okay, now here we got another Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog skin. I love this Amy design. This Amy design is just, spot on perfect of what Amy is, in my opinion. I think this might be our second skin up here, that's not a base skin, well, besides Excalibur Sonic, because that design is just perfect. Next up though, we got this like boxing Knuckles skin, and this guy is a very unique concept, and it literally works perfectly for the character. His name is Knuckles. He beats you up, but the skin's just not for me, but he is a very high D tier, somewhere around here. Next up though, we got another Sonic and the Black Knight skin, and I know it does look like normal Sonic, but look at his arm there. He has the freaking little gauntlet there from Sonic and the Black Knight. And honestly, I am gonna leave him in S tier, and I'm gonna put him a little bit above the soap shoes. I don't care. I think the glove is cooler than the soap shoes. I said it. But next up here, we do got base Knuckles somehow. I don't know how we didn't come across him earlier. I don't know where we'll put him. I mean, he is very cool looking in this game, but we'll check him into B tier because I don't think he looks, that like cutified, skrunklified like Eggman and Big Dude. But again, he does look very good in the game. Then we have this Konoichi, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Amy skin. This does look pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the weakest Amy skin so far for me personally. So I'm sorry, Amy. Now, finally, we got another silver skin here, Silverholics, and this is Lantern Silver. And I'm not gonna let the silver bias get to me, so I think this is somewhere. Yeah, I'm fine with putting him right here. Okay, now who told Shadow that the leopard print was in style, bro? Because what the frick is that? Okay, now we got another Blaze skin. This is Made Blaze, and this was, again, I do believe something that came from the Sonic Channel artwork, and I think it also was in Sonic Speed Simulator, so it is cool to see here, and I do feel like that it does work with her design. And it's one of the very few Blaze skins we have in here, so I think she should go somewhere. I'm thinking somewhere in B tier, you know, B for Blaze. Alright, I know he's called Dr. Eggman, but since when was he actually a real doctor? I would not trust this guy with my life, so he's going down here. I'm just kidding. I don't know what it is, but these Eggman skins are just super freaking cute and adorable, so I'll put him right behind this other Eggman. Again, it just works for me. And another one that works for me is this Mechanic Tails skin. You know, it works perfectly with the character, and I think it came out nice. So yeah, it's somewhere. This is another C tier skin. Tails has pretty good skins. Tails and Amy, their skins have like been pretty consistent for me overall. Oh, and now this is I believe the sister of Ai. I don't know that much about her, but I guess we'll chuck her right next to Ai, you know, because brother and sister, I do believe. And now here we come up on the base Metal Sonic skin, and he does look very, you know, spot on to, you know, what Metal Sonic looks like. But, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I still think this first, you know, Metal Sonic skin that we came up on kind of looks cooler than the base Metal Sonic. So we'll put him around here, somewhere in the middle of B tier. And now, who the is that? Yeah, sorry, I don't know who that is. But now we're getting on to the Movie Sonic and Movie Shadow skins, and both of these are really cool because they are completely 100% free for you to earn in the game right now. And I think they look really great, but I do think the Shadow one just tops Movie Sonic a little bit. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna put Movie Shadow up there in S tier. I really do like how they look in this game. He honestly looks better than what he looked like in Shadow Generations, and Movie Sonic, he's gonna be a bottom A tier for me. Okay, and I thought there was more Sonic Prime skins, and maybe there is, and they're just, you know, not all set together, but here we got Prime Eggman. This is a B tier for me, bro. I love the Eggman Prime design. Okay, and I actually really like this Knuckles skin. This one works really great with the design for me, giving me some pretty heavy, you know, SA2 vibes here, you know, like when he was exploring the pyramid and stuff. So I think this is gonna be, you know, a C tier for me. Okay, and here we got the neon suit skins here. These I was super excited to get to because these look very awesome. Look at the little trio of them right there. You got Neon Suit Shadow, Neon Suit Silver, which is brand new to the game that did just come out, and Neon Suit Sonic there. And the three of these all look really awesome and adorable. But I'm gonna put Neon Suit Silver up here S tier because you guys know my favorite color is green, favorite character is silver. And it's crazy how Sonic Rumble somehow made one of the coolest silver designs, in my honest opinion. Oh no, the bias is slipping through. And same with the Shadow one. The Shadow one is super freaking clean also, and I think it does work a lot. And same for this Sonic one up here. These are really clean skins, really clean original designs. And now that I'm looking at this, I actually do want to shuffle this around. I do want to put Amy there. And I think I'll put this Sonic around here and this Shadow right here. I think that's about good with me. Okay, I know I wasn't going crazy because there we got the other two Sonic Prime skins, New York Sonic and 9. And I do actually like these designs a lot, but I think 9's design is obviously, you know, probably the best design, original design from Sonic Prime. Yeah, I don't know how, but somehow Sonic Prime 9 looks cooler than base Metal Sonic. And for New York Sonic, he isn't anything too crazy. So honestly, you know, I think he's a B tier for me. I'll put him a little bit above this Eggman, but it's nothing too crazy again. And now we have another SBO skin, and I do believe this design was in Sonic Speed Simulator. And SBO is literally a ninja outfit. Perfect. This one looks perfect, and honestly, it's somehow better than base SBO for me personally. And then before we get to this Sonic here, I just see a couple of two random people. Who are you? And I know these are collaborations, but I just have no idea what they are. I'm sorry. That goes hard. I'm not gonna lie. This is going up here for me in around, where's that silver firefighter? Yeah, just like the silver one. Seeing these Sonic characters just dressed up as the actual jobs is just kind of hard. We do got another jet skin here of him in a little aviator outfit. This one again is pretty scrunkly, nothing too crazy for me. And I do want to kind of speed things up because I have no idea how long this video is going to be, and there's just so many skins in the game. Yeah, the design's not really hitting for me, so it's somewhere right here, middle, no, in front of Shadow. And then is this SBO from the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog? I do believe that is where he's from. That is a freaking drippy skin right there. I really like the design he has going on here. He's just classy in this. And again, SBO skins have been pretty good. I don't know, this one's kind of better than base SPO also. Next up though, we do get a Pop Star Amy skin. This one is a very adorable, you know, pink Amy skin. You know, something I feel like we've seen before. Like, I like the gothic one a little bit more just because, you know, it's a little bit more unique. But I do like it, so for me, it's, you know, bottom C tier. Wait, that's Rouge from Sonic Prime, is it not? Okay, I guess there is more Sonic Prime skins. I don't think there's a Rusty. Yeah, not my favorite Rouge design, but I think it's somewhere around here. A little bit above this Metal Sonic right there in C tier. It is funny we're looking at the Christmas skins though, because I don't think these are in the shop at all right now, but of course, you know, they probably will be coming soon. So it is again kind of cool. We're getting, you know, some early little sneak peeks at the upcoming skins. But it is a seasonal skin that I don't really think I would be using too much. So for me, it's gonna have to go somewhere here in this D tier. And oh my lordy guys, we have made it to the Sonic Riders little set here. Look at how chunky this set is here, bro. They got everyone from Sonic Riders up in here, all dripped out. I really like how different Amy's design was in Sonic Riders. It really makes her design stand out in that game, and I really do think it does the same effect here. So that is a really awesome Amy design for sure. Yeah, this one's definitely going straight up to B tier. I love that design a ton. Now the Blaze Riders design isn't my favorite Blaze design, I'm gonna just say it, but I do think it is cool and it does fit the character. So let's put her somewhere, definitely C tier. No, yeah, definitely C tier. And this little cream rider skin is just so cute, man. I love the little visor. This skin has always been so funny to me. She looks so silly. Yeah, we'll just chuck her right here next to her other skin. And Eggman's little rider design was always so drippy for some reason, so this is again another really great Eggman design. Sorry Cream, you're just getting outdone immediately. Knuckles Rider's design is very clean, but it's not my favorite one, but again, it is better than a lot of these other Knuckles ones in my opinion. Yeah, it's gonna be a low C tier for me. Okay, and just like the Amy design, the Rouge design in Riders is again a very different design than usual. So I think that is very cool. And honestly, where's that other Amy design? Yeah, we'll chuck her up there again because I like how different the skin looks. And even though the Sonic, Shadow, and Tail skins don't look that different from the normal selves, these guys are literally just iconic, bro. Like, I can't. I have to put them up here. This Sonic is definitely A tier for sure. Loki, same with the Shadow. He's going up there. I just think they're very drippy versions of themselves. And same with the Tails. I just think the Tails looks better with goggles, you know. I mean, he's usually wearing goggles in spin-offs anyways. And there's all the Sonic Rider skins in the collection. That is an amazing set right there. Okay, we got another one of these random guys I don't know. Then we have Rockstar Rouge, which I guess is maybe supposed to go hand in hand with the Idol Shadow. Nonetheless, this is a pretty clean looking Rouge skin. Not my favorite, but definitely above the Prime Rouge. So we'll put her literally right there. I think that's a perfect spot for that. And then last but not least, this might be Rouge's final skin here, and that is her base original form. I think they did a great job making her in this game. So we'll put her B tier. Okay, and I am seeing a couple more of those little crystal skins. These aren't red this time, and for some reason it's only Metal Sonic and Cream. Very weird. But I do like the colors on these slightly more than the metal ones, so I'll put them there. But I did skip past Ronin Shadow, and my god, does this look really clean. I have no idea how much this skin costs in the game, but I hope it isn't a $40 legendary skin because this one is super clean, and I love how the little hat there is red for Shadow's colors. Like, this is easily a very high B tier. What is this next skin? We got NFL, not really NFL, but football Knuckles. Now I don't watch much football at all, any really, but I think this Knuckles looks very silly and they're very cute in the helmet. Then we got probably one of the cutest skins in the game, and that is Sailor Tails. Just look at him over here, bro. He's shaking. Oh my god, now that I'm noticing, there's just a row of tails up here, man. Like, most of the tail skins just look pretty cute. Next up, that was another Sonic skin, that is Samurai Sonic. Pretty clean skin, but not my favorite, so we'll go ahead and chuck him in D tier. Big props to whoever thought of putting Big the Cat in a Santa suit, because he's literally the Santa build, and him in that little Santa outfit with the little beard is just so adorable. This is definitely one of Big's best skins here. And where did we put all the other Big skins? I believe around C tier. I feel like this fits the character line. Honestly, I kind of want to see this be like a figure or a plushie around Christmas time. I think this is the best Big skin and gonna be the second Big somewhere in the B area. Finally, we're here at the actual Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog outfit that he was wearing in that game. And having that little Sonic outfit in here is maybe not an S tier, but I think definitely either a high B or a high or low A. I'm gonna go low A. I just really like how the hat's just hanging on one ear. That little aspect is so funny. But this one here is Server Silver. Very random again. And honestly, probably the weakest silver skin here. Yeah, this one's definitely got to go into D tier. Like, I know silver's all cool in that, but honestly the drip isn't really dripping with this one. And somehow now we're finally coming across the base model for Shadow and Silver, and come on, do I even have to say it? These two are easily S tiers. Get up there, you two little bro. And then, oh my god, bro, look at that, bro. I can't even look. You guys gotta look at it for me. That is the freaking Knights of the Round Table set there. Oh, S tier, you're going up there, honestly. Literally, holy trio right there. This one's cool, but this is like a very high A tier. I'm sorry, Knuckles. Sir Lancelot is definitely up here, right behind Excalibur Sonic. And I don't even remember what this one is called. Sir Percival, my god, this one's freaking peak. I love this design, honestly. I said it, it's better than Shadows. Now this next skin here, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Skater Silver, and is this not the same Sonic Channel artwork that we got where he was skating and we got that little redesign of Elise where he was skating with Elise? I do believe that is what it is, and if that is true, I do really like how a lot of these skins are not even just referencing the games, but they're referencing Sonic Channel artwork. That's a solid B tier right there. Next up though, we got a Baseball Sonic, and finally normal Sonic, his base skin. Normal Sonic, of course, that's S tier. And then I actually like Baseball Sonic. I'm pretty sure this design was in Sonic Dash. So this is definitely a B tier, a little bit around here, slightly above that silver one. We got a Spring Cream skin here, probably the weakest cream skin in my opinion. Unfortunately, she's gonna have to go in D tier. And then the Stealth Suit Sonic is really reminding me of like how Sonic looked in that one episode of Sonic X where he was saving Cream. So, you know, just for that, let's go ahead and chuck him next to the Cream we just got. And then, holy crap, I completely forgot that Storm and Wave are in the game. They're both right here, so you might as well just go ahead and rank them both. Storm isn't my favorite character, so I'm just gonna chuck him in bottom C tier. I do think Wave is a lot more cleaner though, so we will chuck her definitely in I think bottom B tier is fine. And then here we got a couple summer skins. I believe these are the only summer skins here. We have a Summer Amy and a Summer Rouge. But as for the Rouge skin, I really like the little heart glasses on there. I think that's a really nice way to keep the little heart design she has. So I'd say a low B tier is good with that. And as for Summer Amy, she kind of looks like a strawberry, and I think that's pretty funny. So frick it, we'll just put it right behind that one. Okay, and before we get to these tails here, I'm going out of order again, but we have a Thanksgiving Sonic skin, and I do believe that released last year already, so I would imagine that we are going to be getting that skin again here shortly later this month. But again, I really love the seasonal Sonic stuff. Even with seasonal Sonic merch, I kind of hope we get some Thanksgiving Sonic merch, if that even is ever going to happen. But I really like the hat on this guy, so I'm going to chuck him right here, a little bit below the summer skins. And then as for this little trio of tail skins here, we have base tails. That's got to be like at least, you know, a high A tier. This gold one, which actually does look a little bit different from the other gold skins. Not sure what's going on there. Again, I don't really like the gold, but that one's a little bit different. And then last but not least, for this little tail section here, we have a Toy Maker Tails, which probably, again, one of the weaker ones. It is kind of already similar, you can see, to this other Maker Tails here. So for that, I'm gonna put him in D tier. And then holy crap, is that Knuckles from the OVA? Oh my god. Yeah, Treasure Hunter Knuckles is kind of crazy how much of a resurgence he's had. And I really love that hat design with the little spring buttons on there. So this one is definitely an easy A tier. And again, I know I'm going out of order, but I do see more of these characters. I have no idea who you are. These are random animals, which I know they're not random animals, I'm sorry. But as for our last cream skin here in the list, this is a unicorn cream skin. And again, it really fits with the character. She's literally a 5-year-old. This is what a 5-year-old would wear. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad by any means, so I'll put it in D tier. Then we have another seasonal skin here with Valentine's Amy. I do like the little, how her headband is now made out of roses, it does appear to be. So for the fact that she's actually Amy Rose now, I will put her in C tier. And then Vampire Silver, which you can actually get right now in the Halloween little event pass. Again, code Sunky for picking that up and want to help out the channel. I appreciate it a ton, thank you. But this guy's actually really freaking dripped out. I love the little headbands, and again, you put a cape on a Sonic character, it's peak. So I'll put him a little bit above the Halloween Sonic. And then now we finally have Vector's base skin, which I do really like how he looks in this game. Again, he does look very scrunklified. He'll be just a little bit above the other DJ Vector skin in tier A. Now we're almost done here, and I'm seeing one F in here. If you can point it out, let me know. Get this guy the frick out of here. We have a Winter Tail skin here, which again is pretty cute. This guy is freaking cozy, but I do think there's better tails, so we'll put him in D tier. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like Rouge just fits the Halloween theme perfectly. And this isn't my favorite Rouge skin, nor do I think it's really the best Halloween skin we've got here. So I'll just put it right next to Halloween Knuckles. And then next up here, we have a little trio of skins that I thought were really surprising. It is this kind of, you know, like Woolly World Yoshi reminiscent set of skins. And it is Sonic, Tails, and Shadow as little woolly characters. I don't know where this came from, but it is very cute, and I want to see more of these. Give us a Woolly Silver. So I would put all 3 of these in around the low B tier, because again, nothing too crazy from afar, but when you actually look at them, they're really freaking adorable. And then finally, last but not least, we have Sonic with glasses and a zebra print. My god, who told him that was in style? But there you go, and that is every single skin in Sonic Rumble as of the launch of the game, fully ranked down in a tier list from S to F to I don't even know who you are. But if you are going to be picking up anything in Sonic Rumble, I would appreciate it a ton if you use code SUNKEY in the Sonic Rumble item shop. It does help out me and the channel so we can make more of these amazing fun videos for all you guys. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day /night, and I will see you guys on the Rumble.